What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back with another banger. Well, not really a banger per se, I guess. I guess you could say. This is more of a, I guess, a DIY repair kind of video that I did. So, reason for this video, I want to say about a year ago. Many of you actually saw a video that I posted up of me doing a Starlight headliner on FA5 Civic sedan, or the HN Civic, and we're getting back to that to fix the mistake. Well, not really a mistake, just something that I did wrong. But yeah, no, like I posted up the video about a year ago, and it's been great, you know, for a while. It was good. It worked. You know, the Starlight, you know, was awesome. Definitely looked like I was rolling in a Bentley or a Rolls Royce in there, even though it was a basic standard DX model Honda Civic. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about instead of talking about it. Let me just show you guys, and we'll talk about it. So in the beginning, as you can see, it's bubbling up. Well, I mean, not bubbling up, it's just okay. So here's the reason why this happened. So the reason why this happened was when I put the headliner fabric on the board, it stuck really good. You know, it stuck. Mistake number one that when I was looking back at the video, I realized I only put adhesive on the board but not the fabric. So that itself didn't make it didn't make the contact as strong as how it should have been, you know, because before, I don't know why I didn't do it that way, but before, when I did the headliner on my 96 Civic sedan, I did the adhesive on both the board and the fabric, or, you know, the material. So it stuck really good till this day. It's been, I want to say, like maybe 15 plus years, and it's still there. I mean, there's a little bit of areas that are probably lifting up because it's been sitting for so long. It's been working out fine so far. But with this one, I don't know why. Well, yeah, I don't know why I didn't do the adhesive onto the fabric. Maybe because I thought that adhesive might be too harsh on the fabric itself. That'll probably just, you know, go right through it and it'll kind of ruin the suede. But looking at it, I should have did it. But anyways, that was error number one that I should have did but didn't do. Error number two is when I was drilling. Keep in mind, I was drilling the holes for the Starlights, you know, the fiber optic strings. I was drilling the holes for those guys. The material dried up, but it didn't dry up completely for it to, you know, not lift up. So when I was drilling the holes for the fiber optic strings, every time I drilled a hole, I guess I didn't go all the way through the suede. So it kept pushing that fabric. It kept lifting it up, and I thought it was going right through, but it was only going right through the board, but not going through the fabric. So it kept pushing it up, and then eventually that adhesive kind of started drying up more and more, but not with the fabric, you know, touching it. So when it came to, when I started putting the board or the headliner back on there, yes, everything was dry. But when I put it on, there was just a little corner on one of the handlebars. There was a little corner that was kind of lifting up already, but I didn't think too much of it because, like I said, you know, everything else was stuck on there. But surely enough, little by little, it kind of started lifting up, and it started becoming how it is now. So what we're going to be doing on this video is we're going to be fixing that. But I'm not going to bore you guys on how to take off the whole headliner and the whole stuff. If you guys want to know how I did that, go check out my latest video or my last video or my only video I have of me installing Starlight headliner on the Civic. I want to say it's about a year ago. I'm going to see if I could put the link of that video somewhere in here in the video, just in case if you guys want to see it. But if I can't, then, you know, stroll on through the channel and I'm sure you'll find it. Yeah, I won't bore you with how I, you know, took it off and everything. I show more in depth on how I did that there. What I will be showing you guys is how I wired up the Starlight kit on the car itself, because I know a lot of you people have been asking on the comments on how I wired it up, where I ran the cables, where did I put the motor, and fortunately I didn't show you guys how I did that on the first video that I did the, you know, DIY. So I'll be showing you guys how I did that on this video. That way you guys will be able to see how I did it. So with that being said, let's start the video. All right, guys. So here, you know what? I'll show you. All right. So for those of you that have been asking how I did the whole wiring setup, I'm just going to show you real quick how I managed to do this. So pretty much this is where the box is. It sits right behind this piece right here, like where the back seats go. Let's see, it's kind of close. So basically it sits right behind right there in the back seats. Pretty much once you take this guy off, there's usually a 10 mil somewhere in there. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it. Well, here, you know what? So there's a 10 mil right about there. You remove that 10 mil bolt and the whole entire, you know, corner piece of the back seat comes off and you have access to this. So this is where pretty much I have like the whole fiber optic, you know, string set up in there. As you can see, I have the box. I have the little contraption for the shooting stars. I don't have all of them set. I'm still missing 2 more slots in there. But that's because those were meant to be for the front of the headliner, right over there. But I only did it right here in the back, because I mean in the front you don't really need them. I mean you can put them in the front. It doesn't really hurt anybody. It's just, I mean, this was a lot of work already, because each one of these fiber optic strings, I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was like, I want to say 10, I think 10 of these little strings on each capsule. So, you know, it's about what, eight of these little capsules in total. So it's about another 80. I don't know, honestly. I don't really remember how many strings of these it was, but it took a while. But anyways, if you guys want to see how I did the shooting star you know, setup, go take a look at the video that I have on there when I did the whole Starlight headliner install. I also show how I did that as well. But anyways, this is how I have it. Now this kit right here is a 13-footer, so it is actually pretty long for a sedan. But realistically, I mean, I'm kind of in a way I'm kind of glad that I got a 13-footer, just in case if I did mess up or situations like this happen to where I had to remove or replace the headliner fabric. Then I would still have enough slack right here, because this is like another, probably like, I want to say like maybe another 2, maybe 3 feet, if not more, of slack. So that way when I put the new headliner material on there. Also be able to run it through without having any shortage issues or anything like that. So that's pretty good. And this also works out because, like I said, this back part is kind of bulky, so it fits perfect just right there. So that's how I have this whole contraption setup going on right here, in case if you guys want to do it for your 8th gen Civic or your 9th gen Civic or any kind of sedan, for that matter. But yeah, no, I have, as far as like the wiring goes, I pretty much just have it running through the little trims, door trims in the bottom. I have it going all the way through and underneath the carpet. Pretty much with the carpet, you just kind of lift it up, kind of pull it back. It's not really attached to anything really. It's just kind of tucked in there, but you just pull it back and just pass the wire through there, and then it just hooks up to your cigarette lighter. It's long enough to do it that way, but if you have a cigarette lighter connection in the trunk, because I know for newer cars they have it, or for newer Euro cars they have it, I believe, then you could do it that way. Or if you feel like it's too short, you could also route it somewhere over here in the front. You could route your box somewhere in the front if you have space, and then you could just run it that way. Or you could kind of hide it somewhere in here underneath the glove box itself, or even hide it in the glove box. You know, there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of, you know, kind of things, but they do provide a long enough cable to fit it onto your cigarette lighter, and it's long enough for a sedan. So it definitely works for any kind of sedan, definitely works for a coupe. But yeah, let's get to it. All right guys, so now that I got this guy cleaned up again, let's go for round 2. All right, just like that, all changed up. I just gotta cut the edges a little bit, but I'm not gonna cut them yet because I actually ran out of the adhesive to stick it on there. So if you guys are wondering what kind of adhesive I'm using, it's actually this guy, Permatex Heavy Duty Automotive Headliner Adhesive. I like this stuff because it's really sticky, and it's for high temp, where does it say, let's see, extreme temperatures, or let me see, there we go, resist moisture and extreme temperatures, non-staining, so it doesn't stain. But I mean, you can't really stain it regardless. The thing that I like about this stuff is that it's really thick, it's really heavy duty, and I mean, you kind of figure the headliner or the rooftop is the thing that touches the sun the most, right? It heats up the most, so you kind of want something kind of strong to stick, so it could stay there within the temperature, so it won't unstick after a while, you know what I mean? So kind of figured that's actually good stuff to use. And so far, you know, like I said, I've done headliners on other cars, and it's worked out pretty good so far. But other than that, it's done, it's dried. Let it sit for a good few hours, if not a full day or so, and let it cure. And like I said, again, I'm gonna see if I can go run over and get some more of this adhesive material. Ideally 2 cans, it's best 2, not 1, because this is just 1 can, and I actually ran out a little bit. Like, I was already running out from doing the other half of the stuff. So definitely get 2 cans if you're gonna use that stuff. Other than that, like if you see online that they sell in buckets, because I seen them selling buckets, I just didn't really. I haven't used those. I've used this, and so far I've had good results with this. So, but if you see anything else that works just as good or better, and it has more, just get it. But anyways, let's get this going.
Proceed, please.
Weep not for roads untraveled. Weep not for paths left alone. 'Cause beyond every bend is a long blinding end. It's the worst kind of pain I've known. Give up your heart left broken, and let that mistake pass on. 'Cause the love that you lost wasn't worth what it cost, and in time you'll be glad it's gone.
Well, guys, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I know you guys were expecting a video of how I fixed the headliner or how I repaired a mistake that I did, but unfortunately, as you guys saw briefly, I believe that's no longer gonna be happening, because I mean, as you can see, the fence back there, somewhere back there behind me, completely destroyed, and so is my car. So I received a call today. What's today? The 30th, Saturday, August 30th of 2025. I received a call around 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier than that, I believe, maybe 10:30, give or take. But I receive a call and they tell me, dude, your car got crashed. The guy was still here, you know, like he hit the car and he drove in through the fence. You know what, here, I'll play a couple little clips for you from the person that told me or called me and told me that they hit your car. I'll play a couple clips, that way you'll kind of see, you'll kind of see the, you know, the picture. You'll paint the picture, or I'll paint the picture a little bit better for you guys.
De aquí, mira, yo pienso que venía de allá. Lo pegó aquí y se metió para allá, mira. Ahí está. Aquí estaba el carro. Mira, ahí están los bomberos. Te lo corté porque está aquí. Te voy a sacar las placas.
Alright, so now that you've seen the video of the damage or how it happened, And yeah, this definitely, honestly, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I'm left speechless. The FA5. This is gonna be the last time you guys are gonna see the car, because this car is probably not gonna be on the channel anymore. Depends on what the insurance tells me too, as well. Depends on what the insurance tells me. If the insurance tells me that it's fixable, which I highly doubt, then you might see the car here after all. But most likely they're going to consider it a total loss. So, and again, like I said, if it's only cosmetic and the damage didn't reach the inside of the engine bay and there's no twisted frame on the inside of the fender, then it might be salvageable. But again, I gotta see, myself, I gotta see how excessive the damage really is. But it's not good, man. It's not good. Damage looks a bit intense, but then again, it could just be that way, and once I get into it, it could probably be not as bad. You know, you never know. You never know until you actually get your hands dirty and start inspecting stuff. So, but yeah, I'm left with no words. So, catch you guys on the next one. Yeah.
There's a seat here alongside